Hey guys, what's going on? James coming at you guys from the basement gym. Going to give you a quick overview of the Titan deadlift platform. Just kind of go over what I did with it, what you could do with it, and let you guys know if I like it or not. If you see from my Instagram, I've got a lot of good use into it, so you probably already know which way I'm going to go. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the platform, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so from the basis, you can kind of tell there's a big difference between the Rogue one and the Titan one. The part would be, what I do actually was, basically I took apart my rack right quick just to kind of show you guys. The first part is a horizontal 4 plates. This actually helps if you're going deadlift with bands or any type of coming in resistance that will actually lift the plate up from the hooks right here. So the biggest thing is Rogue has horizontal plates that go horizontal, basically up and down. Oh, sorry, that's vertical. I am so stupid. Rogue's plates go vertical. Titans go horizontal. I actually like the horizontal a lot better. The reason being, they span the entire plate versus just a few 4 feet. Now, also Rogue has had an issue with their plate, floor plates that are kind of lifted. Let's get out here to Titans. They are pretty smacked to the ground. So I don't have any type of air coming underneath or unevenness. These hold very well and have very little give. So basically what I did when mine came in, this was very easy to put together. It came with all things 4 band pegs, which would be these right here, 2, 4, and it also came with all the nuts and bolts, which were very easy to put together, and washers. Didn't have any instructions, I don't think. Can't remember. Maybe it did, I don't know. But it's not rocket science to put together. So what I did, I put together, took me about 30 minutes. Everything was finger tight. And then I went down to the Home Depot and got some plywood. I got 3/4 inch plywood to go in the bottom. What I did was I cut it in half so I could kind of get a good fit, and just lay it down here. Now, the hard part you have to realize is that you have to compensate for these screws because they protrude just a little bit. So you cannot go and just buy a 4x8 piece of plywood. You will have to get it cut at least 1/4 of an inch to maybe half off the edge. I can't remember the exact measurements, but my friend Brandon Campbell, he has a good video on the measurements that he took, and they were very, very close to the ones that I had to take just to set up my platform. So what I'll do is I'll link his video down in the description. But basically, I just got the plywood and slid in here like so. See, lays down nice and flat. A little bit of give in the back area, but that's not nothing to worry about. Then I got some stall mats from the Tractor Trailer store. These were also 3/8 of an inch. Laid them right on top. And I also got another piece of plywood just for the centerpiece. And it all laid together very easily. that is all there is to it. Like I said, the whole project only took about 30 minutes put together, and then a couple of trips to Home Depot to get the plywood cut correctly, and to just get the wood. The mats I cut myself. Pro tip: use WD-40 and a good box cutter. It helps a lot. Whew, sorry, I'm out of breath. Now for the bands, they work really well. I like them a lot, and you can see on a couple of my deadlift videos I've used them. This is pretty good and very secure. I will say you will need an Allen wrench to go ahead and tighten everything, make it so it doesn't wiggle. You want these to be as secure as possible. There's a little bit of give, a little bit more in that one because I stripped the screw by mistake. Probably go to the hardware store and get another one. These right here, pretty good. Pretty good. Overall, I am very satisfied with this platform. I was impressed with the packaging because it wasn't too tore up. It had no dings and no scratches whatsoever on the platform. Secondly, the pricing was good at $199 compared to Rose. I think it was like $369, and you would have to include the floor plates. That was additional. So the main thing that I wanted to say is, who needs this platform? Well, you only need it if you're going to be doing band accessory work. If you're going to do just regular deadlifts, just go to a hardware store, get you some plywood, get you some mats or whatever, and call it a day. Save it $200, invest that into another part of your gym. But if you plan on doing bands or any type of accommodating resistance, and mostly just bands, I mean, you could do chains on just hardwood as well. But for me, I do a lot of band work, a lot of conjugate method, so this plays a big role. And I just wanted a perfectly good place to designate my deadlifts. Before this, you see my old videos, I did just have a couple pieces of plywood and that was it. And it worked out just fine. My floor is safe. I've been deadlifting on this floor for now at least 3 years, maybe 4, and have had no cracks, nothing like that. I do have a pair of bumper plates, calibrated plates, and steel plates. I have a mix of everything. But overall, this is a solid platform. If you want to spend $200, go right ahead. As far as the mats go, I did not, and more than likely will not be purchasing them. Once again, it's cheaper to go buy the stall mats at $34. The other reason is the mats are a bit bouncy. If you've ever lifted on the Rogue deadlift mats, you will notice a little bounce at the bottom. I don't like that. Most deadlifters I've lifted with don't like that either. We don't do weightlifting style, so we don't want the bounce that happens. We want it to stay solid and get a nice, I guess, stop on the ground, you would say. And the mats tend to give a little bit of bounce, and I don't like that, so it's not worth it. Plus, it doesn't feel good. However, if you do want to purchase the mats, you should. They can be used as blocks. They can be used for deficits. And if you do weightlifting and you have a basement or a garage gym, they'll be great for you because they'll also take the rebound. Me personally, it's more of a cost efficient just to get the plywood and to get the stall mats. I think altogether that cost me, plywood was $35, and for total for both the, for the mats $35 and the plywood, it was just, what, about $60, $70 total maybe. So total an extra $90 at the most for everything. Total around, with the rack, just under $300. Still much cheaper than Rogues, because if you buy Rogues, you're going to pay $367. Plus still put the floor mats and the stalls and all this other crap in there. And it's just a frame. It is literally just a frame. So you can make one at your home if you're a good welder, or you could just spend $200 to screw the damn thing in together with a outlet wrench. But that's it, you guys. I want to say thanks for watching. I have links down below for Brandon Campbell's channel for the measurements and just for links to Titan as well. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Be more than happy to answer anything. All right, now you guys, thanks, and be blessed.